And believe it or not, before we move on, there's just one more thing I want. I want a little more snare width. Okay, we have the snare depth, we have the snare punch, but now we need the width. So I created another aux, and it's called Snare Tom Verb, because I'm going to do the same thing with the toms. All right, I ended up first intending this for the snare. I decided to throw the toms in here, and I liked it. Now, what is it? It's a reverb, and it's a really famous reverb on drums. This is what my good pal Chris Lord-Alge loves on his snare, and it's in our Verb Suite Classics. It's the FG2000, which is a Japanese reverb, and we named it CLA Snare. It's got a decay of about 580 milliseconds, and this is just the raw preset. There's nothing happening with pre-delay, nothing with chorus, nothing with width. And let's take a listen to what this does. I'll bypass the processing after it, and then I will bring this slowly in. In fact, let's do this. Let's just solo our snare, or our snares, and hear what this thing is doing. So I'm cranking it there so you can hear it, but you can hear all that extra width it's giving me. I mean, this is not like a reverb that has much of a tail on it. I'm not trying to extend the tail of the snare. It's really a bigness, and that's what I love about this thing. It's really awesome. And again, I put it on the toms here, so you can see the bus 5/6. It's on the toms as well. So check out as I mix this into the entire drum mix. And now these drums are sounding really good. There's one more thing I want to do to accentuate this new snare reverb. I'm going to give it a little bit of EQ. So I've got the custom lift. It's going to give it some top and some bottom. And then I love putting this on reverb returns. This is the Bomber again. I've got it fairly high at 35.5%. Intensity, I have the present preset, because I really want this reverb to kind of be noticeable. I want it to come forward in the mix a bit. This widener that I'm doing to the snare and the toms, I want it to be really, really obvious. So let's, one more time, sneak it in. See, you lose something when I bypass that processing, that top, bottom, and that extra push from Bomber. You lose something. So one more time, I'll put it in. I absolutely love this. This is so great. I mean, it just takes the snare and brings it just to level 11. And now, folks, now I think my drums are done. Okay, now let's start moving on to the rest of the mix.